Hi, this is Ed from CUBBYCAM. I wanted to take this opportunity to address a common installation hiccup that can happen when you're installing one of our rear view mirror kits. Because our mirrors basically use the existing factory wiring that came on your vehicle, you have to remove or rearrange and add some wires to add the video function with our mirrors. So what I have here is a rear view mirror connector that already exists on your vehicle. This portion right here actually plugs into the back of your rear view mirror. As you can see, here's your retaining pin here. So to pull it off of your rear view mirror, you basically press down on that and then pull away. Once you have it away from the mirror, it pretty much looks like this. This is the pin side that plugs into the rear view mirror. Again, the retention locking pin, you push down on that and you pull out. And of course the wires, you have a lot more wires on your factory vehicle, but all the wires go in basically here, and then you add, remove, and rearrange those. So one of the first things you need to do is to, a lot of time in positions 6 and 7, you have existing wiring there, so you'll need to remove those. So there's actually two mechanisms that lock the wires into the connector. The first one is the TPA, or Terminal Pressure Assurance, and that is this white section right here that is the actual locking mechanism, and that basically pops up. Now on later model vehicles, this is black in color instead of white, so you don't have that contrast. However, you can tell what it actually is by looking for little divots right here on the plastic. So what you want to do is you want to pop this up. In order to do that, you need to grab yourself a very fine jeweler's screwdriver and effectively stick it in there and then pop that up like this. So when you're done, it's popped up continuously along this whole thing, about 1 to 2 millimeters up. So as you can see here, this is unlocked, right? It's popped up, and then push it back down with a click, it's actually locked in and it's flush. Again, let me show you that one more time. To release it, you basically stick a small jeweler's screwdriver in here and you pop it up like this. Again, there's two of them, so if you need to, you want to pop up on both of them, and then you can see it pops up a little bit. Don't try to pull it up any more than that. Just pop it up until it stops. Then once that's released, you'll notice I still can't pull out the wire. So because of that, there is an additional individual locking fingers in here. So if you take a look at the video, you can actually kind of see, looking through the connector, that there's individual plastic fingers that are holding the wires in. So what you need to do is actually release the individual fingers or plastic fingers, pull them down, and then while you're pulling them down, pull the wire out. So I'm actually going to show you how to do that. You can use a very, very, very fine jeweler's screwdriver, flat blade, and pull it down. I have a paper clip here. This doesn't work so well. I would highly recommend the Delphi tool, or Sears has a small screwdriver. I'll post the part number online. I have a specialty tool here. It makes the job a little bit easier. But basically, identify the wire that you want to pull out. And in order to do that, GM actually makes it convenient for you to do that. If you take a look here, you'll notice that there's numbers on each quadrant of the connector. So that identifies what position is which. So for example, this is position 1, and this is position 8, position 9, and 16. And that's how you can tell which wire it is. So in this particular case, 16, 15, and then of course 14. I'm going to remove pin 14. Now on yours you won't be removing pin 14, but I'm just using this for a demonstration. So if you take a look here, you'll see that in the pin side of the connector you have these little T-shaped I guess sockets, and the top portion contains the plastic finger that you're going to try to pull down. So in this case, it's the third one from the top. So I'm going to go ahead and insert my tool into the very top here of the T, or the inverted T. So let's go and try to do this on the video so you can see. So I'm going to insert it into the top, and then once it kind of stops, I'm going to pull down on that, and then once I release that correctly, try that one more time, go in there, pull it down, and then once I pull that down, then I should be able to pull the wire out from the back. Notice I can't pull it out right now, so what I need to do is get it in there, stick it in, grab the connector, pull it down, and then as you can see I'm trying to pull that plastic finger down, and it's a little tricky, but grab that. Oops. See, this is what happens when you do it in live here. I accidentally pushed down the TPA, and I'm going to pop that back up, because if this thing's locked, you're not going to get anything. So again, you want to make sure it's consistently locked there. Again, come in here, pull it in there, grab that, release it, pull it down, and then once you do that, the wire comes out. Now, one thing I want to stress a lot is don't keep yanking on the wire. So if the wire's in there and you keep pulling, you're trying to pull it out but it doesn't want to come, don't keep yanking on it, because if you force it, then what's going to happen is this connector here is going to break off, the wire's going to come off, this portion is going to stay in here, and then the wire is going to come off, and then you're going to be sad because you can't buy these individually. So I can't stress enough, when you properly release that plastic pin, this will just simply slide out. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in again, right? So I stick it in. Well, actually, let me do this other one here. And I stick it in. Make sure I do it correctly. Okay, stick it in, because you're going to have to insert some wires too. You stick it in, and you can see it's locked in even though this is released. So when you insert your wires, you want to fully put them in there until they bottom out, and then make sure you can't pull them out again, and then lock them in. So let me go ahead and show you one more time. So in this particular case, it's in position number 3. So we're going to go here to position 3, insert my tool, pull down on that finger, pry it down, and once I've done that, I just simply pull the wire out. Okay? So hopefully that will help you. Again, insert in, lock it down. When you're done, push it, lock it, you're done. If you have any questions, let us know via email or give us a call. Thanks again.